Victor Osimhen moving to Chelsea is not completely off. Yes, I know most of you believe the deal will not happen again after Osimhen's agent came out and denied Osimhen moving on a loan, as reported by Fabrizio Romano. Well, there is a huge update on Victor Osimhen from Fabrizio Romano last night, as he explained why Osimhen's agent had to publicly deny that loan move, and he also gave us some explanations on what could happen if Chelsea makes an attempt, what Chelsea needs to do in order for them to get the deal done, and what Chelsea are currently doing in order for the deal to progress. And also, he gave us some updates on Conor Gallagher. As we all know, Gallagher leaving Chelsea is not something new to us, but Fabrizio Romano is cooking that update properly. And as well, there was an update from Chelsea Football Club on Filip Jørgensen, who just got a 6-year contract with Chelsea as a new goalkeeper, making him the 6th or 7th goalkeeper at Chelsea as we speak. And as well, there are some updates on Ben Chiwell. There are updates on Enzo Fernandez. Like, there are a lot of things happening at Chelsea at the moment, which we have to discuss it in details. We have to give our opinions, we have to give our contributions, and as well, we have to talk our minds as fans of Chelsea. But before we go into that in details, as you all know, I'm KMV, the #1 Chelsea fan. Please, I'm struggling to grow on YouTube. Help me by clicking that subscription button, click that like button, and don't forget to drop your opinions, your corrections, and your contributions in the comment section, because I am #1 Chelsea fan. Yes, without wasting time. According to Fabrizio Romano, he said that Victor Osimhen could join Chelsea on a long-term loan move with an option to buy. But few minutes after he tweeted that particular post on Twitter and on Facebook, Victor Osimhen's agent came out and said there is nothing like that happening for Osimhen. If Osimhen is to leave Napoli, definitely he will be leaving on a permanent transfer. Now, to keep you guys updated or to clarify you guys properly, Napoli and Victor Osimhen already agreed to part ways. Like, Osimhen wants to leave Napoli. Napoli wants to sell Victor Osimhen. And also, PSG, who were the leading figures to sign Victor Osimhen as we speak, they are not progressing, as they can't meet up with the expectations of Napoli. Like, the deal has been on a standby for weeks now. And Osimhen, who is one of the best strikers as we speak in the world of football, is currently or wants to leave Napoli as soon as possible. Now, we all know Lukaku is a Chelsea player. Chelsea wants to sell Lukaku, and Napoli are interested in getting Lukaku. So, according to Fabrizio Romano, he thought maybe Napoli will be open or could be open to discuss a swap deal with Victor Osimhen, but that will not happen according to Fabrizio Romano. And why will that not happen? Well, Osimhen's agent made it clear that it will not take place on a long-term loan move with an option to buy. I want to get you guys corrected, or let me get you guys on the point here. Don't be confused. There are two things in football: loan move with obligation to buy and loan move with option to buy. According to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea were interested in a loan move with option, not obligation. Now, the difference between obligation and option is obligation, you must make the signing happen after that loan deal expire. Like, if Osimhen comes to Chelsea today and his loan move or loan contract gets expired, maybe end of season, definitely Chelsea must sign him regardless of his condition, regardless of whether he performed properly or not. Chelsea will sign him and it will be a must. That is the meaning of loan move with obligation. Now, loan move with option to buy means the club will decide whether or not they will sign that player after his loan move expire. Like, if the player doesn't perform to the expectation of the club might decide to let the player return back to his original club where he came from. You get? So Osimhen doesn't want to be in a condition where he will return back to Napoli after a loan move. He only wants something that he will go and never return back to Napoli. So what does that mean? Chelsea could still get Osimhen on a loan move with obligation to buy. I don't know if I'm making sense here, but this is what is happening at the moment. Chelsea could get Osimhen with obligation to buy. If at all, they will be open to swap Lukaku. If at all we don't have enough cash to spray on Osimhen, then we can use Lukaku and get Osimhen. Now, it's left for us, the fans. It's left for Chelsea Football Club to decide whether or not they really need a prolific striker. Well, the comment section is open for you guys to discuss and give out your personal opinion. And I believe most of you already know my opinion on this Osimhen's case. And I will not love to spend much time on that. Let's now move on to something more interesting, which is Gallagher. We are going to talk about Gallagher, and after that, we are going to talk about Filip Jørgensen, and as well, I will give my honest opinion on Enzo Fernandez. But let's start gradually by talking on Gallagher. According to Fabrizio Romano last night, see, Fabrizio Romano, they cooked Chelsea. Like, Chelsea is being cooked by Fabrizio Romano. Trust me, like, we today interesting. Well, let's find out what Fabrizio Romano has to say. According to Fabrizio Romano, more on Gallagher and Atlético Madrid exclusive story. Understand Athletic and Chelsea are close to reach full agreement on fee around 35 to 40 million euros, add-ons included. Deal depends on player site and terms. Athletic wants Gallagher as priority, but timing will be crucial. Now, Gallagher has his future in his hands as we speak. Not Chelsea, not Atlético Madrid, but Gallagher himself. As Fabrizio said, the decision will be based on Gallagher. Like, now Gallagher get the final say. If he decides to leave Chelsea, definitely it will be like so easy because both clubs, Chelsea and Atlético Madrid, are already in good terms. Chelsea are demanding for 40, but Atlético Madrid at the moment as we speak are offering 35, which means they could definitely increase or reach a certain amount and Chelsea will be like, okay, let's accept this one. So Gallagher will definitely leave Chelsea at this point. And I know most of you will be like, him na flop, make him go this and this and this and that. Like I said before, I will not compare Chelsea players to other players in Premier League. I will not do that. Why? First of all, Chelsea at the moment are very, very toxic. Like, as a club, we are not good. You can't be comparing Declan Rice to Gallagher. How does that make sense? Don't you see that Arsenal are more organized? They have organized players, organized staffs. They have been playing together for a very long time within themselves, and I believe they must have understood themselves more better along the way. Like, their communication within themselves is even more better each season. But at Chelsea, every season we dey change players, every season we dey change coach. How do you expect these guys to be more communicative? How do you even go about comparing Chelsea players to other players? Now, I'm not saying Gallagher is more better than Declan Rice or any other Premier League player. No, this is not my point of view. But what I'm trying to say here is you guys should stop blaming Gallagher for Chelsea's downfall. You guys should stop blaming Gallagher for Chelsea not succeeding. This guy did everything possibly he could do last season. I mean, this guy was one of Chelsea's most consistent player. He played throughout the season and his development from last season was immense. I can't talk how good this guy literally developed. Yet, he will be leaving Chelsea. Well, if you check the advantages on the other hand for Gallagher leaving Chelsea, first of all, I believe Gallagher is one of the only Chelsea player, homegrown player at the moment, who, if he should leave, definitely he will return back at Chelsea. Yes, I believe Gallagher can still return back at Chelsea in the future. But what is out there for Gallagher? Well, Champions League football is waiting for Gallagher at Atletico Madrid. Constant game is waiting for Gallagher at Atletico Madrid. Constant first starting 11 player, like can even become a key player at Atletico Madrid. So don't be surprised to see Gallagher becoming a more better Declan Rice at Atletico Madrid than what we have in Premier League. You get, most of you haven't been patient with Gallagher, and it's so sad. And I see most of you faking it. I see most of you being like, well, he should have stayed. He should have did. When did you come out to defend Gallagher? I never saw any of your comments saying Gallagher should stay. I never. Most of you were like, he should go. He should go. He's not creative. He can't score goals. Don't be surprised if things turn around for Gallagher's good. You get? Now, let's talk about the new man. Who is that? The new baby who has entered 6-year contract, or let's say he has got a prison sentence of 6 years. Filip Jørgensen from Villarreal. He is now the 7th goalkeeper at Chelsea, and we are planning to add more. Like, Chelsea are even in discussion to sign an under 18-year-old. But let's focus on Filip Jørgensen. You know, I'm not against Chelsea signing players. I'm not against Chelsea going out to get new talent and future talent. But I think at this point we should stop. We should stop. There should be a limit to everything, Baba. We can't plan for the future in just one time. Like, you can't just decide to build a team in just one day. The wall of Jericho was not built in a day. We have to take time. It's a process, and this process requires experience. This process requires intelligence. Why should we just be signing anyhow? Well, he is now a Chelsea player. Welcome to Chelsea Football Club, the only London Premier League club with 2 Champions League. Ask Arsenal. Them no get them at all. But Chelsea get 2. So definitely, you signing for Chelsea, you made the right call. But my question I want you guys to answer me here is, who is now leaving Chelsea as a goalkeeper? We have Kepa, we have Petrovic, we have Robert Sanchez, Filip Jørgensen just added, Bettinelli is still there, and the younger ones who I will not like to mention their names. Who do you think can become or will become or should become Chelsea number 1 goalkeeper? I would love to know your own point of view on that one. Now, let's talk about the main matter. Who is that? Enzo Fernandez landed at US last night and joined the first Chelsea team to play the preseason games that are left together with his teammates. And I know most of you were expecting a huge fight within those guys after what happened with Enzo Fernandez chanting that racist song. Well, to your greatest surprise, it was a calm and beautiful atmosphere last night. The guys cooperated within themselves. They made peace, and Enzo Fernandez openly apologized. His teammate accepted. I don't know if all, but what we saw on internet is that the teammate accepted his apologies and they are now cool. Honestly, to me, this is the only thing I wanted to hear from these guys. Yes, we have accepted your apology. We are a team, just like we have been a team. One mistake cannot separate us. This is what I was expecting, and luckily enough, we got it just as expected. Did I left out something in Chelsea? Or more things plenty where they happen for Chelsea. Oh. Sometimes when you talk and you talk and you talk, you even forget some of the things that are happening. Well, to not forget about this one, Ben Chiwell could leave Chelsea. Just like like Omo, I dey see things where they happen for Chelsea before it even happened. I reported this news, not even a news. I reported this thing like 6 months back. I said that Chiwell could be one of those players who could leave Chelsea surprisingly. And just few days ago or last night, some reporters, legit reporters, not Fabrizio yet. I think Fabrizio just reposted. He did not say anything. He just reposted. But some legit reporters, just like Fabrizio Romano, said that Chiwell could or will leave Chelsea if a good offer comes in. Chelsea will accept it. I don't have anything to say. And according to Enzo Maresca, it's very difficult to find out the position of Ben Chilwell in my system. According to Enzo Maresca, this was his statement. It's difficult to find a left back position in your system. Like Chiwell na left back, but it's still difficult to find the position he will play as a left back. Can you imagine? What does that make, or what does that sound to you? He doesn't fit Enzo Maresca's style of play. Definitely, Chelsea will let him go. Well, I said it before and I will say it again. I believe there is nothing left for Chiwell to show us. If he should stay at Chelsea, he's not staying because he needs to prove something to us. He just needs to guide these our young players, provide them with a good mentality and the rest. But as for football, I think Chiwell has actually passed his time. I don't know for you, but this is how I see it. I would love to know your opinions, your contributions, your corrections, and most importantly, what you all think about this Victor Osimhen, Enzo Fernandez, Conor Gallagher, Chiwell, and the rest, Filip Jørgensen signing for Chelsea. What are your opinions? Please, let's make a fair and a good conversation in the comment section. And please, don't forget to click that share button. Don't forget to click that subscription button on YouTube. And most importantly, share this video because I am number one Chelsea fan.